All right, sketching polynomial equations. Okay, sketching it. First, the easiest type is when we have parentheses. So I'll show you two examples of what we have in parentheses. First thing Mr. Mack wants you to graph are the zeros, the x-intercepts. The x-intercepts for this one are -5, because that will give us 0. If I plug in -5, I will get 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other 0 is +2. 1, 2. So I've graphed the x-intercepts. Now Mr. Mack wants us to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is when we plug in 0 for x. If I plug in 0 for x, I get 0 minus 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4. I have a negative on the outside, so I'm going to have -4 times, plug in 0 for a y-intercept. 0 plus 5 is 5. Multiply those two together, and I get -20. You do not need to go all the way down to -20. You could simply do this and say, oh, this is 0, -20. Again, I plugged in 0 for x to figure out the y-intercept. So now what I need to do is remember the end behavior of this graph, and then also know if they bounce at the x-intercepts or if they go through or cross at the x-intercepts. So the end behavior, this is a 1, 2, 3, third degree polynomial. It's a third degree function. So it is odd. And I have a negative number out in front. So negative, odd starts high, ends low. So I'm going to start up here, come down, and I come to -5. I notice the exponent is a 1, and that means it is odd, and it goes through. Odd exponents go through. So it goes through, and then I have to go through my y-intercept. So it's going to go down here, and then it's going to start to come back up, and then I come to another 0, +2. +2, I look at the exponent is 2. So that means it's going to bounce. So it's going to come up, bounce, and go down. So there is my sketch. Beautiful. Beautiful. One more example. First thing Mr. Mack wants us to do is to write down the zeros. So that would be -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. +5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if there's an x all by itself or an x squared all by itself, no x plus 2, no x minus 2 or anything, then 0 is a 0. So I actually have 3 x-intercepts, -4, 5, and 0. Y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept is actually the x-intercept. It's right here at 0, 0. So the y-intercept is taken care of in this problem. Now I have to think about end behavior. It is a 2, 3, 4th degree. 4th degree means it's even. The number out front is positive. Even positives start high and end up high. So we'll start up high, go down, and when I get to -4, I have to notice, oh, does that bounce or cross? The 2 says it's going to bounce because it's even. So it bounces, and then it's going to go through, and come back up high. It goes through at 0 because this exponent is 1. It is odd. And this is 1. It is odd. It also goes through there. So that is sketching a polynomial function.